In that raw idea, you can see an opportunity to better yourself. So don't despise that small idea, that little idea. Great things were birthed out of small ideas. Nothing begins as a big thing. Everything begins as a very small thing. So ideas are seeds. Please don't eat your seed. What you do to a seed, you sow it. Welcome to the Wisdom Talks. I'm Joe Wisdom. Excited once again to be with you today. And the reason as to why I'm saying I'm so excited is because of our show last time and our previous show when we talk about the phases of life. And just to do a recap a little bit for those who didn't manage to check it out. I know after this you look for it, you check it out on YouTube, Wema Tv. And this is what we say. We say that life is in phases, and you need to understand the phases of life. And we looked at the three phases of life. And one of them we say that is the appearance level, where you feel so energized, so optimistic, so positive about life. Nothing can bring you down. Then immediately after that, you get to another phase called the disappearance level, where you are hopeless, where you are despised, where you feel down, where you feel like the world is coming down on you. And at that point, you lose friends, you have no money, you feel like you are not going anywhere, you feel like you are good for nothing. But again, God is also preparing you for the last phase, that is the reappearance level. The reappearance level, we say that sometimes God will upset you to set you up. And that time God has been working on you. He has been working on your character, working on your levels of patience, and that you become a better person. When you are tested, when you go through trials, when you go through those phases of life, you are being made, and you are being helped by God to become what God wants you to become. So go and check it out, and I know it will be a great blessing to you. This wonderful moment, we want to look at something else, and we want to look at the laws of the law of divine ideas, the law of divine ideas. And when we talk about the law of divine ideas, we are basically saying, allow me to begin with a quote by Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo said that there is nothing powerful, more powerful than all the armies of the world, than idea whose time has come. That there is nothing powerful than all the armies of the world, than an idea whose time has come. God will give ideas to all of us. Ideas are equally fruited by God. When you study Ecclesiastes 9:11 verse C, it says that time and chance happens to them all. So opportunities will be given, ideas will be distributed by God equally. He is not a respecter of persons. You have an opportunity. You'll be seated in a place where someone will be speaking, where something will happen, and you begin to see. You can interpret a situation and begin to generate an idea out of it. Ideas are divine seeds. God can give you. When you ask God for money, we love saying that in heaven, the money is not printed in heaven. Money is on the surface of the earth. So when you ask God for money, He'll give you an idea. He'll give you an opportunity. Now that opportunity becomes a seed, and it is up to you to nurture the seed, to sow it. Don't despise the seed. Begin to work out on the seed and generate it into a greater idea. When you are given a seed, you must bury it into the sand. You must invest the seed. You must incubate the seed. So God will give us ideas. And when we talk about the law of divine ideas, we are basically saying that ideas there are divine ideas that God will give you. If you have been trusting God for your next level, for a new dimension in your life, be very keen on some of the dreams that you have, on some of the opportunities that are coming your way. Be very keen on some of the people you'll be meeting. Because you'll be meeting people who will share with you some ideas that will be life transforming. So never despise an idea. I'll tell you something that I keep saying in this show, that when opportunity meets a prepared mind, greatness is born. When an idea comes and your mind is ready for that idea, greatness will be birthed. But ideas comes and people are not ready for them. And you know what happens? They just rip off our hands. We say, I wish it happened 2 weeks ago. I wish it came last year. You don't dictate when opportunities will come. You don't dictate when ideas will begin to flow. All that you can keep doing is to keep preparing for ideas, because ideas will drop into your spirit. God will drop a divine idea. Wow, the world is ruled by men with ideas. So your ideas are very important. And nobody can blame God. Nobody can look at life. Nobody can tell God that you didn't give me ideas. Ideas are equally distributed by God. What matters and what distinguishes one person from the other is your level of preparation. If you are not ready for the idea, I remember also they say that ideas will always, ideas come and gives us. It is ideas that births opportunities. Opportunities are birthed as ideas. Somebody will give you an idea, and out of that idea, you will see an opportunity. If you open your eyes in that raw idea, you can see an opportunity to better yourself. So don't despise that small idea, that little idea. Great things were birthed out of small ideas. Great buildings were put up out of small ideas. Nothing begins as a big thing. Everything begins as a very small thing. Acreages of forests or trees began by one tree being planted. Look at some of us who plant maize. It is just one seed that bears, so many others. So ideas are seeds. Please don't eat your seed. What you do to a seed, you sow it. You subject your seed to the right environment. If you share your ideas, be very careful on the people you share your ideas with. If you share your ideas with the people who are careless, they'll basically strangle that idea to death. You must introduce your idea or the seed of your idea in the right environment. Your environment matters. When you think of doing something, who do you share with? Because those are the people. Many people have sacrificed. They have sacrificed their destinies on the altars of wrong relationships. You shared your ideas with the wrong people. They struggled the idea. They didn't show you the possibility of that idea generating into a greater thing. So don't share your ideas with people who will feel threatened. You can run from Joseph. Joseph shared his dream with his brothers, and they nicknamed him the dreamer. Actually, they even planned to kill him. They sabotaged his dream. What I'm basically saying is share your dream with people who have your interests at heart. Not people who are looking for an opportunity to strangle you. Not people who are looking for an opportunity to bring you down. And you know what someone said? Someone said that there are people who are graduates with what we call PhDs. Pull him or her down. There are people who are in the business of bringing you down. Any idea you share with them. There are people who never see anything good in this life. You tell them of the project you are thinking of doing, and all that they'll do is to make sure that they discourage. There are people who are basically anointed to discourage you. They are messengers of the enemy. They are enemies of your progress. They will never tell you anything is possible. You tell them, I want to do this, and they show you all the reasons, 1,000 reasons why it cannot work. They are agents of the enemy. They don't want anything. They don't want you to amount to anything. Ideas rule the world. Let me give you an assignment. Anytime you are sleeping, maybe after reading the word or you are reading a particular book, anytime you are sleeping, it's always good to sleep with a book beside you to write. Because there are ideas that you come and you need to write them down. I know no one is a genius in these matters. Sometimes you get an idea and you'll say that I will think about it in the next hour. And in that next hour, the idea is gone. The dream has vanished. So don't ignore those seeds. Don't ignore those dreams. You can begin from that small point and grow into a big thing. When God speaks to you, write it down. Look at many people in the Bible. Look at Jeremiah. He says, what do you see? And he says, I see an almond. Says, you have seen well. So God will cause you to open up your eyes and begin to see. And what you see is very important. Because your ability to interpret what you can see matters a lot. If you interpret it in the right way, then you are up to a great thing. How you interpret those ideas. Something else that you also need to know when it comes to the law of divine ideas. Look at someone like Abraham. God calls him out of his house and tells him, look up. As much as you can count the sky, so shall be the number of your children. And he could not count. And do you know what? After that, a season of barrenness followed. But the idea, but the dream, but the vision never died. At some point, God rewarded him. So don't just give up because of that raw idea. Sometimes God will give you a dream. God will give you an idea that doesn't look like you'll ever come to pass. Sometimes the idea will be bigger than you, and that is how real an idea can be. Sometimes that idea will look like it's bigger than you. It will look like an impossibility. But any idea that God drops into your spirit is a possibility. God cannot shock you with ideas that are not practical. God gives practical wisdom, phronesis, wisdom that can be applied. So be very keen when you receive those visions, when you receive those ideas. Position yourself. Let your heart be open. Let your mind be open. Don't operate from a closed mind. We keep saying that minds are like parachutes. They work best when they are open. So open up your mind for new ideas. Don't conform to the patterns of the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Allow your mind to be open. When your mind is open, you can accommodate new ideas. Don't get stuck in that old idea. Don't get stuck into that old stage, into an old way of doing things. Open up your mind, renew your mind, and begin to accommodate new ways of doing things. The law of divine ideas. I pray that God begin to give you new ideas. I am Joe Wisdom, and that is Wisdom Talks.